Resrel with the $5 says, Shad and Cheeky, what's y'all take on what happened on Juneteenth in Chicago? What happened? You have to explain it. What happened in Chicago? I would assume people got shot.
Yeah, niggas died. I think it was 40 some people got shot. And 8 people died.
Hey, ask me what's my take. What happened in Atlanta on June 4th? I mean on July 4th.
On July 4th? What happened?
None. That's the point I'm making. Like, see, this is what I say. Like, this like the dog whistle shit. So now Chicago, right? Because it's a city that has an issue in crime. It's the dog whistle. Because I'm saying I'm not saying it's not an issue. I'm saying it just shows, like I said, like us. It's black.
Is it a dog whistle? Here's what I'm saying.
Here's what I'm saying. The dog whistle. Here's what I'm saying. The dog whistle. I'm gonna tell you why the dog whistle, because it's not just pointing at a city that's struggling with crime. It's pointing at the criminality of black people. But because y'all, like I said, you do the history. This ain't new. These tactics not new. Chicago. That's what I said. What happened in Atlanta this weekend? What happened in where you from this weekend? What happened in Houston, Texas when you were there for 3 days? That's what I'm saying. It's a dog whistle, because they find a place. They find a place to burden black people. Now we all gotta suffer as black people because Chicago is struggling with crime.
And I actually addressed that before we got up here. That's the point that I made. But the issue and problem with that is there isn't the white counterbalance of where every fucking federal holiday is white people shooting people up.
Yes, there is, bro.
That's why I say I agree with you about the short attention span, because no one up here is saying that there are places in our house as black people we got to clean up. What I keep saying is, again, because if you look at what happens historically, stop placing unnecessary burdens on black people to hold the weight for these hot spots of things happening in America, because it's not what most black people are doing. That's why I said, so Chicago is a dog whistle. Because I used to go to Chicago once a year. It's my favorite city. And I ain't never heard a gunshot. It's a small, concentrated area in Chicago where crime happens. But most of Chicago, you can walk around that motherfucker and enjoy your life. HAMP was down there a couple months ago. HAMP, how many gunshots? Oh, he gone. How many gunshots Chica, was you in Chicago?
Yeah.
How many gunshots did y'all hear while y'all was down there?
Yeah,
none. That's what I'm saying, bro. So it's these concentrated areas that get used to paint a picture of black people, and not those neighborhoods in Chicago where those impoverished neighborhoods, dense neighborhoods in Chicago.
And like I said, I addressed that before you guys got up here. But you still can't call it a dog whistle if it's something that's actually happening. It's something that's actually happening, right? And I agree with you as to where, for whatever reason, the national media chooses to report it nationally. Okay, this shit that goes on in Jacksonville all the time. I'm pretty sure this shit that goes on in Atlanta all the time. Nigga get shot. I know niggas get shot in Atlanta often, right? A lot of shit happens in a lot of these places. But as you said, Chicago has been that place as to where, and unfortunately, every fucking summer holiday, niggas go on a shooting and killing spree. So, of course, if you don't change the culture and you continue to do this, it's going to, you're allowing the quote unquote dog whistle that you say, because you could always, again, like, hey, man, this is a problem. Kids outside. And the biggest part, Shad, these are innocent people. These ain't fucking gangbangers.
Yeah, I get you. I'm not trying to it's important. What I mean by dog whistle, again, I'm with you, but it's in Chicago. Like, you know who Linda Taylor is?
Who?
You know who Linda Taylor is?
No idea.
The welfare queen. That's another dog whistle. So they had a story of one black woman that did this crazy scamming, and now they put welfare queens on black people.
But Shad, listen, you saying, Shad, I literally, is this recent or is something that was
that's I'm saying when they first came with the welfare. No, the Linda Taylor story is an old story. But that's where the welfare queen trope came from. That was a story about one woman that became a story about black women. That's what I'm saying about dog whistles.
Yeah, I got you, and that's what I'm saying. I'm not familiar. I've never even heard that story. I never heard that name, right?
So the welfare queen, Linda Taylor.
I'm not repeating. That's what I'm saying. So you're making a point to the earlier point, Shad, about, like you said, where you gave the example of you changing your algorithm and it going to documentaries and things, right? It goes to show you, and I look up this stuff. That's my subject matter. But yet and still, I've never heard the name of the start of the black welfare queen.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm saying, that's what I'm saying, Shad. When you encompass all of these things, bro, this is a whole lot more complex than me, you,
Yes.
or whatever.
That's
Right?
the point we make it. Thank
That's
you.
the
That's the
key.
point. That's the point.
We're agreeing. We're agreeing.
Yeah, yeah.
But what I'm saying is, a lot of you, there's no way for anybody to know everything or catch everything or whatever. So what I'm saying is this: when you get into the point of where we're discussing this, and the basis of this in the thing, like when I pitched it to HAMP, the whole big Pooh Shiesty Gucci Man shit. All right, a lot. I'm not saying, I won't say the majority, but I would say, well, no, I will say the majority of black people that are actually using social media, Shad, from 40 and under, at least 40 and under, were aware of two things over the last week or so: the Pooh Shiesty Gucci Man shit and the Young Miami Spin That song. Can you agree? You agree with that?
Yeah, recently, that's been in the media for sure.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So there's certain things as topics, and like, you know how we come up here and we have discourse to where the it's trending so much, it's viral so much to where you get an input of way more black people that don't even comment. They use it. They just scroll, doom scroll. They don't leave no comments. They might not even like, but the conversation is so intense to where you get point of views and opinions you would never normally get because they usually don't think. So this is what I'm saying. Those topics right there show you the impact of the negativity and or the which we know the vast majority of black people are not criminals, don't involve in criminality. But when you see and hear an overwhelming excuses made or justification for criminality, that is a dog whistle. That's very, very problematic as to where you have a substantial number of black people, if not the majority of black people, thinking it's okay for a nigga to want to get out of his rap contract by holding his fucking label fucking manager at gunpoint and then recording it on camera to get him out of a deal, which you think that would ever even be possible. And people using shit like, oh, he stood on business and this is how you supposed to do it and all this other shit and so on and so forth. That's what I'm saying. And then the Young Miami shit, like I said, when it comes to the kids, the one video where all the kids is motherfucking singing the song, bro. I just don't, I know we all, you know, everybody has made, but come on, bro. It's just certain things the way you understand that's problematic.
Yeah.
Okay. So with that being the case, if we're saying that that is a niche group of people, and that's a small group of people and not all or majority, then would you say the same thing that all the people that support Chud the Builder and supporting him, that they represent a small population or a little or niche population of white people that are racist?
That's much smaller, Cheeky. That's what I'm saying, because that comes across mine too, and I see just as many white people calling Chud the Builder a piece of shit, and he doesn't represent white people, and white people speaking out against Chud the Builder, than the stupid ass Jake Lang motherfucker.
Okay,
right?
So, and you're saying you don't see just as many black people saying Pooh Shiesty is dumb or an idiot? Because I've seen those comments too. That's stupid. That's fuck. Why would you record that? That's dumb.
No, what I'm saying, Cheeky, is that the parody is is too close, right? Or let's just see, right? The parody is too close to where it's a 50-50 split versus a fucking 90-10. What I see on Chud the Builder in the support versus adversion to, like, you
How
not
are you
agree.
measuring that?
Well, like you said, the comments in the counter in the what you call them? Like, what they call them on TikTok? The when you the stitches and the replies and all the other shit is what I'm saying. The replies, the comments, the all those things.
Right. Okay. So how are you determining that? Because I see more supporters and people that make political content supporting Chud the Builder than I do commentators or hip hop commentators saying that Pooh Shiesty was right and this was a smart idea.
I guess our algorithm is different, brother.
So now, and that's like, so now we're at this point where it's like, if you're seeing something and I'm seeing something, then how are we determining that this should even fall correctly onto black people as a whole? Because if we're both saying they're both niche audiences, right, and niche amount of support, and there's no real way to qualify that, why is it that the niche amount for black people would represent the overall whole and not the niche amount for white people?
Because the volume for one is way larger than the volume of the other.
And you're saying the volume for Jake Lang and Chud the Builder versus Pooh Shiesty is not comparable, or the people that are showing their support is not equal in comparison?
Yeah, no, not even close, bro.
And I don't know how you're quantifying that. If you're reading
as
are
one
you
man,
reading two
It's
comments?
a lot of them, man. There's a lot of them.
You see what I'm saying? Like, how do we now?
Well, that's what I'm saying.
When we get down to it,
I just and it's across. So
It's a lot of them.
It's a cross cultural thing, right? Because remember, Chud the Builder shot a black man, right? So black people have been talking about the Chud the Builder shit and so on and so forth, right? So this is not just a white issue. It is a interracial issue because Chud the Builder is going around, antagonizing black people. And it's been since the beginning. Even before he got locked up, before he shot the dude, you had a lot of fucking white people saying, hey, man, this dude's a piece of shit. He doesn't represent white people because of the implications, like you said, Cheeky, that became far more serious from a political standpoint and interaction of just race relations and people being afraid of, a civil war or some shit, right? Or race war. So you had a lot of fucking white people saying, hey, man, this guy does not fucking represent us. He does not speak for most white people. We not with this shit. This is not cool and so on and so forth, right? Now, of course, Cheeky, the loudest voices are going to be your Jake Lang and your fucking, what was the nigga you said earlier?
Lily Gaddis, Jake Lane. No, what's the white boy?
I don't know who that.
Alex,
I don't even know who that
Aiden
is.
Ross. So again, so what I'm saying is people with larger platforms in the millions are showing support, and you're saying that those people that have millions of supporters within the support are less than those who are saying that. What's his name?
Well, I'm glad you said that. No. So hold on. I'm glad you said that. So you said Aiden Ross, but what's the white boy?
Not Aiden Ross. Not Aiden Ross. Not Aiden Ross. It's not Aiden Ross. Aiden Ross is a streamer, but the Gideon's, he was working with Gideon to do some other
either
stuff.
way. But listen, what I'm saying. What's the white boy streamer that's the little goofy motherfucker with the square head?
It's a couple of them. I don't know.
No, you know the main one. He like a Mexican. He got a Mexican name, but he white.
Lobos?
No.
I think no.
Anyway, that guy publicly said that Chud the Builder was a piece of shit and Chud the Builder was fucked up for doing what he's doing. And he's one of the biggest white platforms out there. One of the biggest. And he came out and he said that that was a problem, a major fucking problem, what Chud the Builder was doing, and he shouldn't be fucking doing it.
Fuentes.
Yeah, Nick Fuentes. That's who it was.
Nick Fuentes. Okay. Yeah,
so when you have thank you. So when you have somebody of that magnitude, Cheeky, that's supporting of, hey, N-word this, N-word that, whatever. But then he says, hey, I understand the free speech shit, but then I don't agree with fucking antagonizing people and it's causing an issue. That's my proof. Nick Fuentes as by himself represents exactly what I'm saying. So even the rare random people that nobody knows.
Okay. So if him, if him by himself, if him by himself represents a good amount of people, what about Charlemagne the God calling, if he calls what's his name, Don't Care Today?
Cheeky.
Who?
Cheeky.
Go ahead, Shad.
Miss Fantastic, my boy, man. But this is where I say, and I mean this respectfully, Miss Fantastic, you got to stop capping. Here's what I'm telling you, capping, right? Because yeah, you could look at a couple of comments and see some things, bro. But you know what you're saying that you've done? That's actually a form of research where you, I think the word is coagulate the data. So you take all these different data points, these different texts, and you create queries and keywords to try to get closer to what you're saying. But there's no way you pull that off by yourself in that short amount of time to really get a fair and accurate assessment of what's to do the more. Who's picking sides more? The people that's picking Chud the Builder side, the white people, or the black people that's supporting Pooh Shiesty, bro. There's no way you have enough time. I would love to know I would love to know your methodology for coming up with this determination. Let's do it right now. You got to tell me.
Well, okay, so again, Shad, just like you said, and I admitted earlier on, there's no way for me to encompass any and every comment. That's not possible. So
Right. So
if you want to say,
why you
so,
saying
so well,
that?
hold on, because this is a show, and I have an opinion, just like you have an opinion.
Yeah,
And what
but you not
and
stating an opinion, you stating a fact, bro.
hold on. You're still fighting for your opinion, Shad, and you haven't done the same thing. You guys are you not claiming that Chud the Builder has a majority or a substantial amount of white people that are fucking what's name? I'm countering it. I'm literally I have my argument because you have hold on. I have my argument because you and Cheeky have your argument. So
No,
this is what we saying. I know. Did you do the same thing? You asked me, did I do? Of course
No,
not, right?
I think what I'm saying is in general, because I see this just in society with tribalism. It's comparable, right? The people that are into rap music are having conversations about Pooh Shiesty. Either whether they are support or not, I'm not sure. Same thing for Chud the Builder. Aaron kind of pointed to a political connection. I'm saying white people who are into politics have some way found their way into the Chud the Builder conversation. You made a claim that it's more black people supporting the Pooh Shiesty thing versus white people supporting the Chud the Builder thing. And I'm trying to figure out how the hell you do that research that fast. That's what I'm saying.
It's not a research that fast. Like I said, we're all taking, like you said, an amalgamation
Snapshot.
or collective of what we see from our own algorithms, our own internet interactions, and so on and so forth, and the discourse, right? To everybody, and not you guys, but you assholes in the thing. Nick Fuentes directly came out and motherfucking, I don't want to say disavow, but let's just say criticize stupid ass Chud the Builder. Like, why y'all? I hate when you niggas do this and y'all don't even do content for real. So to say that I'm capped for something that actually happened is still up on the fucking internet, it's stupid, right?
Yeah, he denounced that for sure. Yeah.
Well, Tiki, tell these dumbass niggas because they claiming that
Who's
I'm lying.
saying that? Yeah, somebody saying that.
Stupid niggas in the chat. Stupid niggas in the chat say I'm just making shit up, right?
Ain't nothing we can do about that.
So yeah, so this is what I'm saying. We're all in the process of doing this and taking our and this. We clearly have. I won't necessarily say sides because I know for a fact Cheeky, Shad, me want to see the best outcome for black people overall. I hope y'all think that of me at the very least. I hope, right?
For sure. I think that for sure.
So it's just the fact of the matter that we're looking at it from different angles and different ways to get to the road of doing this. You guys, and for Shad specifically, hey, let's be positive. Let's uplift. Let's show the good.
Let's be accurate. Let's be accurate. Not positive. Be accurate.
Okay. Well, let's be accurate on the positivity. Okay. All right, let's not focus on the negativity. And I say my philosophy is this. HAMP, do you motherfucking coach the motherfucking football player on the shit that he's good at, or you coach him on the shit where he sucks?
Yeah, the shit that he's good at, we want to improve him. I mean, the shit that he's not good
on the
at.
shit that he's already good at?
No, sorry. The shit that he needs work on, I work on.
Yeah, exactly. So that's my approach to this, bro. I know black people are intelligent, black people are beautiful, black people are soulful, and maybe you niggas need me to say that more, okay? You know what I'm saying? I put my coon mask on earlier, and I guess I never took it off, okay? But what I'm saying to y'all is this, bro. Niggas claiming that a little kid that grew up poor in Macon, motherfucking Georgia, don't have the black experience and don't understand blackness. And don't this and can't don't want when it comes to motherfucking black people, nigga, when I've been up and down the fucking east coast of this country. Okay? I live in Jacksonville now. I'm born and raised Macon, Georgia. I lived in Norfolk, Virginia. Fuck is we talking about? Okay? So this is the shit that I'm talking about, bro, where it comes to I can't even, if I don't tell niggas what niggas want to hear, I'm a problem. And my voice is just be shutting the fuck up and no, nigga, you taking up for the white man. I don't give a fuck about no damn white man. Fuck Chud the Builder. I wish Chud the Builder would have fucking ran up on me, okay? So it could have been dealt with properly and fucking permanently, God willing, right? But of course, you know, hey, unfortunately, that's not how fucking Most High had it turn out, right? But the fact of the matter, bro, we have way too many issues and problems when it comes to these things. And it's always only going to be a microcosm. Let me say, y'all are right. Everything on the internet is a microcosm. if I had to guess, I would say at highest of people that are even internet age, because I don't even think anybody over 60 really has a social media presence or gives a fuck about social media. So if we going from 50 to under, I would say 50 to, let's just start at like 16 when kids really start getting fucking the social media. I say you might have 40% of black people that are even active and really keep up with social media in the first place. My argument though is with a lot of things, even in surveys, we know no survey encompasses everybody, but it is a microcosm that represents the ideology and the pulse and the spirit of the people overall.
I
Is what
agree.
I'm saying.
Let me say this to you, Miss Fantastic.
There's no disagreement there, but the thing that we're trying to identify is the quantitative pool, right? So if you look it up, DJ Academics has covered this Pooh Shiesty situation and has disavowed his actions. That's a big name. Charlemagne the God has done the same. Queen's Flip has done the same. There are people with big names and big representation as well as influence, similar to Nick Fuentes. I'm making a one-to-one comparison that disavowed his behavior.
Hey, man, I'm gonna say this. Ain't nobody sent me no money for y'all to be dropping all these names. I'm trying to drop
no names.
Okay, well then,
hey, I'll say the squarehead nigga, because whatever.
All right, well,
whatever. I just caught it. Y'all was promoting.
You should let me go, Cheeky.
Y'all was promoting them crackers for the past 15 minutes. Y'all lucky I was distracted.
I want to respond to what Miss Fantastic he thinks my.
Well, hold on, wait. Before that, but I'm trying to get him to acknowledge that there are names in the black hip hop community space that disavowed the behavior. Are we now exonerated from that being all black culture and that's just what black people think? Now that we have multiple names?
No, I agree, but you have to show me the equal, right? Because Jake Lang is a right wing extremist racist motherfucker. Mm-hmm. You agree, Cheeky? Jake Lang's his my bad. The racist ass white boy, no names. So a racist ass stupid white boy that just got whooped at the BET Awards, right?
I don't want to talk about
his impact and his subscriber base or his following is nowhere near close to the squarehead white boy. Nowhere close. Now, academics is a great point. And what I would say though, Cheeky, is you have actual rappers that are in the rap industry that are standing on the side of Pooh Shiesty. Right? So when you have a rapper that we know is going to be bigger than the fat nigga, that's on the stream, right? That's supporting, that's a counterbalance. And that's the problem. You have too many people that are just as influential, impactful, with larger people that are counterbalancing it. All the people you name, there's nobody that's on the level of the squarehead white boy that's in support.
You know what the real problem is, Miss Fantastic, is that niggas say history don't matter. That's the real problem. Because what you talking about is that's the nuance of media. But I want to talk about the truth, right? On the 4th of July, I started my morning by watching Birth of a Nation. I didn't realize this shit was 3 hours. 3-hour movie, right? Damn. As long as we've been in this country, we've been fighting for our image. We've been fighting it. We fought the trope that we was hiding in bushes chasing white women. We fought
high on cocaine and raping bitches and all that.
We fought that we was ignorant and lazy. And what I'm saying is in 2026, my dog HAMP got to still create shows getting black people to accept the truth about black culture, what it is and what it ain't. I don't give a damn about them names y'all just mentioned because I'm saying I know the truth. I know that, and I want you to continue to sharpen the iron for black people. I want everybody who's interested in black people doing better to continue to have the conversations. I just want y'all to stop lying. I want y'all to stop putting jackets on black people that they don't deserve. We don't deserve the jacket of criminality. Is there a criminal element within black people? Yes, and it will always be. Well, we got to pick a side, right? Because we can't talk about music, about what's bad about it, and then we're going to bump the shit in our cars. We're going to be at a stalemate until whoever the Most High is come back. We're going to be there. So all I'm saying is the truth is these jackets that we have, we don't deserve. And it's disappointing when I see particularly somebody, you Mr. Vitax, who I know has an interest in the information, give information that to me, when I look at history, sounds like the same people that spread misinformation and disinformation. So my purpose when I come up here with you is, hey man, like, I get your intent, but I'm just not sure if the language you're using, the way you characterize it, is accurate. Black people not the face of criminality. We not the only people that do these exclusive things that y'all say we do. We have issues we got to work through. But you was in Houston with us for 3 days, bro, and we kicked it for 3 days and nothing happened. How is that not a sign to you that the majority of black people are decent people trying to figure it out? I'm saying that we can all agree, if we all can agree there, that we decent people, then I'm cool with the discussion on what needs to be better.
Yeah.
But it don't sound, depending on the conversation, that y'all think the majority of black people are decent people. Depending on the conversation.
Shad, and this is why I say I'm gonna hit you with your own shit, brother.
Go ahead.
Brother, you don't have a good attention span. I literally said several times, over 90+% of black people are law-abiding, good, decent people who do the right thing or at their best try to do the right thing. I said it multiple times, brother. Again, and I think this is the problem. If and when the message is not said in the flowery, fucking supportive, nice way that niggas feel like it should be said, it's you a coon, you a coon, you a coon, you a coon, you a coon. You hate black people, you hate black people, you hate black people. Again, Shad, I've given so much credence to, even like when we was up here previously. Again, shout out to HAMP for what he did on Friday. Look, bro, I understand us. I'm one of the best understanders, and I'm quite adept when it comes to black history also, brother. Again, I may not be as deep in the trenches as you are. Shout out to your mom for her work and her connections and so on and so forth. I wasn't fortunate enough to have family that had those type of connections, and a lot of people don't know. Hell, Alabama, Mississippi is like some of the biggest people when you talk, some of the biggest areas if we're talking about civil rights and movement for black people, for the rights and stuff we have today. Shad, I'm for all those things. I greatly appreciate it. My problem comes to the point of where, as soon as I don't say it the way that it needs to be said, no one can hear me, Shad. Nobody can hear me. If I'm not saying it the way that people feel like I should be saying it, all it is I hate myself, I hate black people, I'm a nerd-ass nigga that's never been black and all this other shit. And I just laugh and I go on and I keep in Shad. And you know what it does to me, Shad? It makes me stand even fucking sturdier in my stance.
Right. Because
those niggas that can't listen to me, Shad, and pick out anything positive and see anything other than I'm a coon, them niggas are the problem and they need to be removed.
Yeah.
We don't have to agree. Shad, like you say all the time. Bro, me and you done met, what, 3 times now? Two or three? Either or. And it's three, yeah. And it's always been love. It ain't been no disrespect as much as we would, no animosity, nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Me and you, Shad, represent what more black people need to be, to where we can be on the opposite sides of something, but at the end of the day, if a nigga hook off on you and I'm around, nigga, we fighting.
I got you.
You feel me?
Yeah.
But so many black people, and I said this like a week ago, black people don't know how to disagree respectfully. Most niggas feel like, oh, if you disagree with me, nigga, you the ops. You the this, you the that. You the enemy. And it's like, well, no, brother, I just don't see things the way you see it. I don't have to agree with you totally lockstep or even agree with your whole way. I can be totally against it and not have anything against you personally.
Right.
But then you offend me or you attack me personally, and I'm supposed to want to build with you. I'm supposed to want to, no, nigga, fuck you too. Because I am, at the end of the day, I'm a nigga like you when need be. So if we own that, now I'm on that.
Yeah.
But then I'm wrong. You feel me? And that's just the thing, man. That's the ultimate.
Hey.
I think, can I go? You want to go?
Yeah, go ahead. Let me get the dog out.
I'm with you, Miss Fantastic, because nigga, I'm the residential simp, right? I'm the one that get my lashings for trying to bring some balance to the dick and pussy conversation. I get beat across the head for that. I got called sucker and all that. I done got my name, all type of shit, right? Niggas bringing up my dad because I told the story about that. I think 2 things could be true, right? I think one thing is
donated $19.99 through Super Chat. Great panel, great conversation. Black intellectualism matters.
Miss Fantastic, I think 2 things can be true, right? I think as listeners, right, we do, because I get emotional in certain conversations. I do think sometimes emotional can cloud what's being said. So I'm with you there. But I'm also saying, as people that grab these microphones and get in front of a crowd, we have to be responsible for our messages. And all of us, even myself, I've learned a lot about my communication because I probably rub people the wrong way the way I've came off in certain conversations. I'm trying to fix, and I'm saying, I'm thinking you as well, when you come in hot, and you talking about black people who already are fighting every day for their own decency in this country. It's gonna hit harder when it's somebody that look like you saying shit like, y'all niggas, y'all stupid niggas, y'all these bitches ain't got no value. It's gonna hit a different way, bro, and that'll never change. When I hear white people talk bad about black people, I be like, nigga, I read the history books, nigga. I don't get mad because I read the history. I know what the truth is about what happened in this world. We can talk about these 400 years y'all want to. We can talk about civilization in its entirety. We can do that. But when it's somebody that look like me, that I know they know my struggle, I'm like, damn, that's how you feel, bro. I ain't gonna lie, it still hurt my feelings. So I understand it. So I'm saying I think it's accountability for the listener and the person talking, man, to think about how important it is to make sure when we talk about our people, the way we talk about them, because it matters, bro. It matters way more than we realize. It's kids that's gonna come after us and gonna have to deal with the conversation that we was having before they got here. And I just want to make sure we leave them something, because the people before us left us something. They left us something to deal with. I hope we leaving them something. And there are days where it feels like we tearing it all down just for shits and giggles. That's just where I'm at with it.